This is the murli of 21st of November, 1981. And the essence of the murli is let go and become free. Let go and become free. So today, Bab Dada, who is always the cooperative companion of the children. See, Baba is a companion. So he's the cooperative companion of the children. Will tell his cooperative children. So he's holding the vision for us that we too become cooperative children who are his constant companions about an entertaining conversation between Bab and Dada. So let's take these two words, cooperative companion. So this can become our keyword for this Murli for today evening. Cooperative companion. So Baba is the cooperative companion of us children. And so we too have to become cooperative companions of Baba and Dada. So let's take a pause and hold this thought in our minds, in our hearts, that we are cooperative companions of Baba. See, whenever we need Baba's help, Baba is always there. Baba is always there, period. But he's always there to help us as well. So see how Baba helps us at every moment. So if Baba can be our cooperative companion, then shouldn't we also become cooperative companions of Baba? That is, whenever Baba needs us, whenever Baba beckons us, whenever Baba signals us, we should be ready. Yeah. So all of you are entertaining, are you not? Therefore, the Father too tells such children entertaining things. Today, a very large, beautiful, alokik, and significant looking tree emerged in front of Bab Dada. So, what entertaining things Baba is going to tell us right now, today? So, today for Baba, a very large, beautiful, alokik, significant looking tree emerged in front of him. The tree was very beautiful and it had many branches, some small and some large, some thin and some thick. There were various very beautiful, colorful birds on that tree. Each one was sitting on its own branch. Because of the birds, the tree looked very beautiful. Some birds would come flying and sit on Bab Dada's fingers. Some would come and sit on Bab Dada's shoulders, and some just continue to circle around. So, which one is you? The one who comes and sits on Bab Dada's fingers, the one who sits on Baba's shoulders, or the one who would just circle around Baba? So some just sat at a distance and met Baba through their eyes. Some just sat at a distance and met Baba through their eyes and were happy with just that. They were happy just to observe the pleasure the other birds had in meeting Baba. So, in other words, they kept a distance from Baba and they were happy just to observe the pleasure that other birds were having in meeting Baba. They themselves didn't come close. Seeing such a scene, Father Brahma smiled, clapped, and began to call all the birds to him. Baba very sweetly invited all the birds to come. He said, "Come, children, come, children." Even then, those birds wouldn't come. Although they had wings and were flapping those wings, they were still clutching onto the branches so tightly with their claws that they were unable to fly and come closer. This is so beautiful. Although they had wings and were flapping those wings, they were still clutching onto the branches so tightly with their claws that they were unable to fly and come closer. What happened then? Even though they wanted to, they weren't able to fly. They began to call out with a lot of love, Baba, Baba. Then they said something. What would they have said? They said, make us fly, make us fly. And then they said, free us, free us. Baba said, instead of saying free us, just let go and become free. What a beautiful murli. What is Baba saying? Instead of asking Baba to free them, instead of asking Baba to make them fly, Baba is telling them, just let go and become free. In Hindi, it is chodo to chuto. However, amongst those birds, there were some who were very clever, but others who were weak. Although they too wanted to experience the father's company, they didn't want to let go of the branch. The clever birds wanted to do both. One is to not have the strength, the courage to let go of the branch and to fly to Baba. So those were the ones who had desire to come to Baba, but they were just weak, right? The other ones were the clever ones. They wanted the best of both worlds. The weak and innocent birds wanted to become free, but they didn't know how to get their freedom. The innocent ones, the innocent birds, the weak and innocent birds, wanted to become free, but they didn't know how to get their freedom. The innocent ones, in their innocence, didn't even realize that they had to let go. Seeing these birds, Babdada repeatedly told them to let go and become free, but the birds continued to chatter in their own language. Babdada showed them what to do, and yet they would let go of the branch a little, but still be clutching onto it. This is why they continued to call out. Although they continued to speak, they were unable to become flying birds. So let's take a moment to see ourselves as flying birds. That we have let go of the branch holding on to. It's not just one branch, right? Many times it is many branches that we are holding on to. We are afraid to let go of those. So see yourself letting go of all those branches right now and becoming a free bird, a flying bird. They were unable to experience having a close meeting with the Father and tour the world. That is, they were unable to do the tour of the unlimited world service. So we have to free our minds, free our intellects from all our bondages. That's when we can experience a close meeting with the Father. But not only that, also then we will be able to tour around the world. Not tour around the world physically, but be able to, in our minds, be with Baba wherever Baba goes and serve the entire world. Now, each of you can ask yourself where you were. Were you on a branch or on the Father's shoulders? Or were you dancing on his fingers? Or were you flying around Baba? Interesting, isn't it? So many different categories. One is to sit on Baba's shoulders, one to sit on his fingers, one is to be still clutching a branch or two, or it is very possible that we may have let go of the branch, but still we are not sure. That's why we are flying around Baba constantly, not coming and sitting on Baba's shoulders or his fingers. Yeah. So do you know yourself? Ask yourself to what extent you have made firm for yourself the lesson of let go and become free. So to what extent have we made firm this lesson of chodo to chuto, let go and become free? Yeah, this is a very interesting thing to understand, that there's not going to be some, again, any magic wand or anything that will free us from all our bondages. So our bondages are not things that are holding us back. It is us holding the bondages which are there then holding us back, actually. You see, we are the ones who are holding on to these bondages, these blockages. The cage of our mind has a lock on the inside, and the key is with us. It's up to us how quickly we open the lock and get out. You see, so Baba is saying, ask yourself to what extent you've made firm for yourself the lesson of let go and become free. His cooperative children who are his constant companions. Do you always remember the lesson, let go and become free? So Baba is asking again, asking us to ask ourselves, asking us to reflect on this question. Are we ready to let go and become free? Or is it that you can become free when others let go? Or is it that you can only become free when the Father frees you? You don't imbibe this lesson in that way, do you? You're not clutching onto any type of branch with the claw of your intellect, are you? You haven't perched on a branch. So Baba is giving many reasons that one of which is going to fit us, why we are still holding on to the branch. Just because of some old sanskar or your nature, or because you lack a particular power, or because of being weak. So in a way, second and the third are the same, but it could be a generalized weakness or it could be lack of a certain power. So do you put this lesson, let go and become free, into practice in every situation? It was this lesson that made Father Brahma become number one. He let go from the beginning and thereby became free. See, one is the surrender that Baba wants us to be able to practice and experience. But many times you will see people who get stuck at something, one thing. You know, Mm, Brother Anthony used to call it as sticky intellect. Have you ever had these pest control people come, and if you have had a mouse rat problem, then they put these mouse traps and they put it at many places, and they it has a certain smell or taste or something that really attracts these rats, but the surface of it is super super sticky. Have you ever touched it? It is very difficult to pull it off your finger, actually, if you touch with your finger. So you see, many times you will see people, they will get stuck at something. Oh, so and so said this to me 100 years back, and they are not able to let go of that. So, and I see this practically day in and day out for people. Why did that person say this to me? It could be the simplest statement, the most benign statement, the most innocent one. And maybe it could be something that is said so that you can rise to the next level. A true uplifting sentence that, or statement that, hey, you're doing awesome, and there is this thing. If you can do this, then that will help you a lot. Even that, sometimes people are not able to let go of. They get stuck in that. It just goes on and on and on. And many times I've seen what happens with souls is that at that moment they may not realize. So they will listen to it and they will put it inside their mind, intellect, wherever. Then maybe the next day, maybe 2 days later, they'll come back with that. Oh, why did you say this? Why did this say that? Why did that person say this to me? So it'll be on and on. It will go it'll run in the intellect forever. And when we were in India, there used to be one very senior brother who left his body. His name was Om Prakash Bhaiji. And we used to have a lot of respect for him. He used to give very good classes, and he was an amazing soul. And he used to say that we allow it to enter into our vritti. And once it's in a vritti, then it goes round and round. Think of it like a circle where it just goes on and on and on. So why allow it to even enter the vritti? Why allow it to enter into your attitude, your deepest subconscious layers? If someone has said something, no big deal, gone. It- We were talking about this today also. Is there a possibility that we could get to a state where we can find excuses to become happy? We search for excuses to be unhappy. But can we reverse that? And no matter what, even without any reason, we can be happy. We can be happy, we stay happy, and we create happiness in the lives of other people around us. Right? So this chodo to chuto is not just that, oh, my bondages and how do I go to the center? There are so many blockages and leakages that I have. How do I go to the center? How do I do this service? Forget about that. Don't even go to center if you don't want to. Don't even go to do service if you don't want to. If that's fine. But why are we holding on to the past so much? And that is what is killing people today. That's what's destroying the peace of mind for people. Past this happened, that happened. Chodo to chuto. Nobody's going to come and do some miracle, wave a magic wand that thing will leave your intellect. No, Baba is also not going to do anything. Baba will only try to signal us, try to guide us. But eventually, we are the ones who have dug our claws into that branch of that thing, that statement maybe somebody may have said, some few words somebody may have said, but that's it. For the rest of life, till I die, I will not leave it. No, that doesn't help. That's why people are so much in a suffering mode. Yes. So yeah, we'll go back to the Murli. Baba says he let go from the beginning and thereby became free. He never thought that he would only become free if his companions or his relatives freed him. He never thought that he would only become free when those who were creating obstacles stopped doing that. People will create obstacles. It's okay. Yeah, they're not going to stop creating obstacles. They are not going to stop creating troubles in our lives. Or that he would become free when the various adverse situations went away. Did he ever think that? He constantly made this lesson firm for himself. Do you follow the Father in the same way? This is known as the one who takes the initiative is Arjuna. Jo ote so Arjun. Baba says that in Hindi, right? And the translation of that is the one who takes the initiative is Arjuna. So if somebody else is going to free you, then that person will take the credit. If you want to take the credit, then you are the one who has to let go yourself. And in fact, I feel it is much less painful if you let go. It's much less embarrassing, in fact. When others are coming to help us, then I feel personally, I feel mm, it. First of all, it doesn't even make sense, and secondly, I think it's much more embarrassing. Yeah, we are stuck. All right, I'm going to get unstuck myself. So therefore, he became Arjuna, did he not? He came very close to the Father. He became equal and combined. You also say that Bap and Dada are combined, do you not? Therefore, have you become like them? Or are you sometimes one thing and sometimes another, like this electricity? So maybe the lights were constantly going out and in and out. So you don't sometimes play the game of letting go by yourself and at other times of becoming free only when others let go. Do you? These lights going out is also a game, is it not? Sometimes to come on and sometimes to go out is also a game. You don't play such games, do you? Which do you prefer? When something is constant or when it keeps coming and going, right? We all want things to be constant, right? If the light keeps going out, coming and going, then you really wouldn't enjoy that. It will be very inconvenient for you to do anything meaningful, right? So Papa is saying that You want constancy in things around you. So similarly, you have to be constant. We have to be constant. Then people around us are also going to be happier. So therefore, in every aspect, whether in transformation of your nature or sanskaras, or in coming into relationship with one another, or in overcoming situations and obstacles, what lesson do you have to make firm? So what lesson do we have to make firm? When you yourself let go, you can become free. So we have to let go ourselves, and that's how we can become free. The situations are not going to go away. You yourself have to let go and become free. Even if other souls come into conflict with you because of sanskaras, remember that you will only become free when you let go. There will be people who will create conflict. They are at conflict with themselves. So it is but natural for them to create conflict in for us, for you. Say if somebody is unhappy in general, that person will have to unload his unhappiness somewhere. And sometimes it could be you. So it's okay. It will happen. I know we don't want that, but it will happen. They will create obstacles. They will say things. But how do we let go of all those things and keep moving forward? Earlier I have said this in the past. Earlier I used to feel strange that how people disrespect their elders, their seniors, how and in general people around them. Earlier I couldn't fathom this because right from childhood this was never my upbringing, and I couldn't do it until date. After 25 years, our seniors and all, there's this amazing amount of respect that we hold in our hearts when we talk to them and things like that. But now I'm realizing that people don't respect themselves. So how can they give respect? People don't respect their own family members, their own parents, their own spouses, their own children, their own. So how will they respect anyone else? So it's okay. No, don't you think? Don't you agree with me? It's okay. So if they didn't respect you, what's the big deal? Or is it still a big deal? Or are you going to get bent out of shape still? Yep. Bolu? No. You're going to accept it, right? It is what it is. They will do whatever they wish to do. It's their desires, their lives. No? You understand? Agreed? Everybody agrees, right? So what do we have to do? We have to let go and become free. Chodo to chuto. So don't think that when the other person stops creating conflict, you'll become free. No. If you believe that you can only become free when the person lets go, then when that conflict ends, another one will start. If you believe that you can only become free when the person lets go, that person lets go, then when that conflict ends, another one will start. Many times we have people who say that we will come and learn meditation or do meditation or come to Murli class after this happens. And I know for them that after that or that tomorrow never will come. We see that all the time for people in the past 25 years. That's what I've seen. For those who want to do it, it is never tomorrow. It is today. It is now. Yes, so Baba is saying, for how long are you going to keep waiting for the other person to let go so that you can become free? Obstacles of Maya and test papers are going to come in your study in different forms from time to time. So is it that you pass if you study, or do you only pass if the teacher gives you an easy paper? What do you have to do? It is correct to say that you will pass when you study well. Yes. In the West, they say it is better to be good than to be lucky, right? So if you study well, you become good. You start knowing your subject matter. You start automatically then doing well in your exam. So when exams come, exams will come to us as situations from people around us. Situations maybe from nature, situations from within. So many things might happen. But how do we remain stable? What is the definition of pass versus fail? It is simply that you remain stable and or you didn't. And you fell apart in that moment, that would mean that you didn't pass, you failed. Right? You understand that if you remain stable, that means that you passed the exam with flying colors. On the other hand, if you fell apart, you got upset, that means you failed. So similarly here too, you have to pass in every situation. Don't think that so and so has to pass. Don't think that such and such a situation has to end. Understand that you yourself have to pass. This is known as becoming free by letting go. Do not wait for anything, but prepare yourself. You are a bird, you have wings, you're very beautiful. You're sitting on the farthest tree, that is, you belong to the Brahmin family. You're a bird, you have wings, you're very beautiful. You're sitting on the farthest tree, that is, you belong to the Brahmin family. However, there is the weakness of seeing any type of your own or someone else's sanskars or nature and speaking about them. So don't look at anyone, just look at yourself. What do you have to do? What do I have to do? So you are not independent in your efforts, you become dependent. There is attachment to a person or object. You lack a particular virtue or power. All of those are the various branches. So you're not first clutching onto one of these branches, are you? If you hold on to any branch, you are unable to have an experience of the closeness of constantly dancing on the father's finger, of constantly moving along with the support of the finger of Shrima. See? So if we continue to hold on to any branch, yeah, all branches are in our minds. You see? And with our minds, we are holding on to those branches. So you're unable then to have an experience of the closeness of constantly dancing on the father's finger, that is, of constantly moving along with the support of the finger of Srimad. You won't be able to cooperate in every task of the father's. That is, you won't be able to dance on his shoulders. One is to be constantly cooperative, that is Sahayogi, and the other is sometimes to be cooperative and at other times to be separated from the father, Viyogi. So these are two rhyming words, Sahayogi and Viyogi. So when I help Baba, when I become cooperative in Baba's tasks, many times you'll go to the bank, there'll be somebody who will come to you right away as you're standing in the queue. How can I help you? So how about holding the thought, Baba, how can I help you in your task? What can I do for you? So think of it that way. And as soon as you have the desire to help Baba and you do something, and it's not just desire, but you're ready to let go of all those bondages that you're holding on to, all those branches, and you go and actually become cooperative to Baba, you help him, and you see how much benefit you start to get. The closer you come to Baba, the more protection you get from Baba, the more support you get from Baba, the more directions you get from Baba, the more love you get from Baba. So Baba saying, why? Why? Some of us become constant cooperative, that is Sayogi, and some become Viyogi at times. So it is because instead of cooperating, you become separated from the Father by clutching onto one of those branches. Now ask yourself, who am I? Do you understand? What lesson have you made firm today? Let go and become free. You have made this firm, have you not? You'll not clutch onto the branch, will you? When you get tired, you clutch onto the branches and perch there. Sometimes you get tired of yourself, and sometimes you get tired of others. And it's interesting. Sometimes you get tired of yourself, and sometimes you get tired of others. And so we end up in a TAT syndrome. Do you know what is a TAT syndrome? TAT syndrome? TAT syndrome is tired all the time. So sometimes we're tired of ourselves, sometimes we're tired of others. Now, what do we have to do? We have to stop being tired of ourselves and we have to stop being tired of others as well. I'm not tired of anyone. I'm going to just keep doing what I need to do. So we have to become tireless. So you keep clutching onto that branch and crying out, now free me, free me. You yourself are clutching onto it and you're asking the Father to free you. Why should he do this? Therefore, the Father constantly shows you ways to free yourself. You yourself have to let go. When you yourself do something, you receive the reward of that. Yes, if Baba does it for us, then Baba will get the reward. And according to the law of karma, law of the universe, Baba is not going to take any credit for it. Baba is not going to take any reward, right? So Baba is not going to do it. But it is very possible that we may be hoping for someone else to come and fix us, fix everything in our lives. But no, that's not going to happen either. And if they do come and fix it, then they will get the credit. We won't. What Baba said earlier, Jo Ote So Arjun, the one who does it, one who takes the initiative, becomes Arjuna. So if we want the reward, then we have to change something in our lives ourselves. So is it that the Father does it for you and you receive the reward? Right? That's not going to happen. So this is why the Father becomes Karan Karavanhar and makes you an instrument. Therefore, all of you in Maharashtra and Rajasthan are very beautiful birds, are you not? There are beautiful birds in Bombay too, are there not? And in Rajasthan, all of you are beautiful birds who belong to the Father, birds with wings. However, now check whether you're birds clutching onto a branch or flying birds. Yeah, let's take a moment to reflect on this sentence. Then are we birds who are still clutching onto a branch? Many times it's more than one branch actually. Or flying birds. See, flying birds will be able to see all the scenery from up above. They'll be able to go high up beyond the clouds. And all the beauty of nature will be theirs to enjoy. But the birds who are still clutching onto the branches, what will happen? It's not going to be an easy thing to. I feel it's more painful to hold on to the branch than to fly or to let go. Actually, if you're holding on to something really tightly, then your hands begin to get cramped up, right? You start having muscle cramps. So, what's the point? Let go and fly. No matter how much you try to make some fly, they still have the habit of returning and settling down again on it. This is something that I'm now realizing that I can only do so much. I can only help guide people to an extent. I can inspire them, motivate them, guide them, but at some point I have to step back. And I know that there will always be souls who are not ready to let go, who have the habit of returning and settling down again, even though you help them, you hold their hand and fly. You know, you help them fly, you fly with them, you try everything in your power to help, but they still will come down and clutch those branches. So yeah, it is what it is. So how not to get entangled in their stories? Yeah, how not to get upset ourselves, because sometimes that is something that can happen for us too. So Baba is saying to be influenced by anything is like clutching on to that branch with your claw. It is when you forget the mantra that disciplines the mind. that you become influenced. So, who are the birds of Maharashtra? Flying birds. Yeah, was the answer somebody probably said, or maybe it is Baba himself. He remarked that the birds of Maharashtra are flying birds. Which kind of birds are the whole of Maharashtra group? Are you flying birds or birds clutching onto a branch? And what type of birds have come from Rajasthan? Is it let go and become free? Chodo to chuto, or is it that you've already let go and become free? Wow. Yes. So that process of letting go and becoming free is already of the past. We have already let go of everything and we are flying freely high. Is that how it is? Baba is asking. When you get tired, you clutch onto a branch. The birds of Rajasthan are very beautiful and very famous. You are the dancing birds, are you not? You know, in Rajasthan, there are lots of peacocks. Rajasthan, UP, when you go there, you'll see lots of peacocks. Uh, Probably Baba is referring to them, or there may be other beautiful birds in Rajasthan. I don't know. So you are the dancing birds, are you not? You're not influenced by anyone, are you? To be birds who simply circle around means to be those who have many thoughts, such as, I'll do this, and show them. However, they continue to tour around. They don't fly around nearby. There are many who say, I'll do it, it will happen. I will demonstrate it, I will think about it. They are the ones who think about doing something in the future. These are the ones who circle around nearby. Yeah, tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. And then what Baba says, what is a lovely statement that Baba says, which I already spoke a little while back. Yeah, tomorrow never comes. So these are the ones who circle around nearby. And Baba says something very interesting, another statement that he makes many times. Said, kal karte kaal kha jayega. So what does that mean? When we keep saying tomorrow, 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 and one day death will come to us and we'll never be able to do anything meaningful, anything worthwhile. So, which group have you brought? Who have you brought from Mumbai? Which group have you brought from Rajasthan? Because all of you belong to the Father, you're all beautiful anyway. To become a Brahmin means to become colored. You have been colored and you have also received wings. So, you have been colored and you have also received wings. So, yeah, colored would mean we are colored by Baba's qualities, the Vibgyor colors, the peace, love, happiness, bliss, purity, wisdom, and power, right? And we have also received wings. And what does wings mean? It means power, power to fly. That's what we have been given, we have been bestowed with. Baba has offered all this to us for free. All we have to do is to actually become free. Yeah, so, however, it's only when you let go that you finally become free. Acha. So today, you entertaining children have come here. This is why Bab Dada has told you entertaining things of the subtle region. Yes. So Acha, and then the salutations to those who are constantly equal to the Father. Yeah, and I've been thinking about this, that for a moment, just visualize this, that if Baba is standing and you're standing, and somebody else is looking at you both. So, in a way, that person should be puzzled. It's like, oh my gosh, there's a carbon copy of God standing next to God. Or how am I seeing double? What's happening? People around should get puzzled in that way, in pleasant kind of confusion, happy kind of confusion. Wow, what's going on? And how many carbon copies of God do I see around here? And like, am I seeing, like, am I in a dream? What's going on? That kind of feeling people should have. If I'm constantly equal to the Father, then Baba will be revealed through me very easily. It's like, I'll become a carbon copy of Baba. That's what Baba wants us to be. Yeah. So the flying birds. So let's see ourselves flying very high, very freely. To those who are constantly circling around doing unlimited service, not circling around in the wrong way and going round and round Baba and not settling down on Baba's shoulders or on his fingers. You see, not that kind of circling around, but circling around doing unlimited service. You see, if the birds are free, that is, if we are free, our intellects are free, we are not clutching onto any branch, then we'll be able to do so much. Yes. To those who are constantly free from the bondage of any type of branch and are able to fly whenever they want. To such free birds who constantly dance on the Father's finger, that is, those who constantly have elevated thoughts, words, and deeds on the basis of Srimad. To such elevated souls, Bapdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Okay, so let's remember Baba. Let's visualize ourselves letting go of all these branches that we have been holding on to, our past experiences, our past beliefs, our prejudices, our biases, our old mindsets, and then also let go of the future, our worrying about what will happen, what will not happen. What has Baba taught us? The past was great, the present is awesome, the future will be superlative. Yes, so why are we worried about anything? So let's let go of all those limited supports that we are holding on to, as well as all the blockages and bondages that are there in our lives. In fact, they're there for a reason. They're there to help us rise further. They're not there for us to keep clutching onto, keep holding on to. Yes, so in this moment, see yourself letting go of all of those and taking flight, reaching towards the skies, rising beyond the clouds to new heights every moment, beyond anyone's imagination, beyond even your own imagination. You can do it. Baba is with you. So Baba is our cooperative companion. So we are Baba's cooperative companions too, just like the Father. And now in this flying stage, we can be companions of God, but we can also be cooperative. The more cooperative we are, the more reward we receive from Baba. Okay, ji, Om Shanti.